Hi, this is Steve Peasley. Before we begin our podcast today, I want to invite you to our upcoming webinar, June 3rd at 7 p.m. Why will this be worth an hour of your time on Wednesday evening? Well, we will be presenting a step-by-step plan to rebuild your retirement portfolio, to get it back on track for the current times that we're in. To find out more about it, just go to investtalk.com, click on the banner at the top of the page. That will take you to our new Investability Center. You can register for this free webinar. I'll look forward to talking with you then. That's Wednesday evening, June 3rd, 7 to 8 p.m.
Welcome to Invest Talk, 1 hour about funding your retirement. With bankruptcy looming, a new GM begins to emerge. There's no quit in oil prices. Now crude tops off at $66. And how are you doing with your goal of retiring debt-free? Just some of the topics on the table this afternoon. What's your question on this Friday, May 29th? Join in the discussion. This is Invest Talk, dedicated to the idea that you can do better than the average investor. And now, here's Money Manager Steve Peasley.
Welcome to Invest Talk, everybody, and this is the Friday, May 29th edition, and we want to thank you all for joining us. Today we have a special guest, which is, we've been having Jerry on once a week, and it's been very good for everybody, I think, out there. Jerry Klein, our founder, founder of KPP Financial. He's with us today. Jerry, I really appreciate you coming aboard.
Well, I enjoy it. I really do.
Well, thank you. Our mission, when I say our, I mean Jerry and mine. We are the owners of KPP Financial. Our mission is to help you make better decisions about your money. It always has been, always is. And of course, that's what we do on this radio show, to try to help you make better decisions. But there's other ways besides this program we do that. One of it is we have the 24-hour listener line. Another is we sit down with you and look at your portfolio. And of course, we offer our services. I mean, we're not shy about that, of course, to manage part of your portfolio. We'd love to do that. But that is not our primary goal in life. Jerry does not need to work. I don't need to work. We don't do this because we have to. We do this because we love doing it.
Oh, I love it. I really do.
Yeah, and we honestly do. So when we sit down and talk to you, it's from a perspective to try to help you as best we can. Really. It is to help you as best we can. And that's our goal. Now, we have conferences. We have webinars. One's coming up next week, a webinar. Conference is coming up next month in Berkeley, the Berkeley Marina. We're looking forward to that. And, of course, I can sit down. We meet with you anytime you want in the various satellite offices we have in California. So give us a call. If you want to get on now on the radio, give us a call, 888-99-CHART. We can ask your questions here. If you want to sit down and meet with me at any time, you just give me a call and say so, and we'll get back in touch with you. Now, today our talking point? We always have something that that we kind of go back to discuss what we think is interesting, anyways. And I kind of like this one for some reason. It's one that I think is interesting. It's about green companies, which is all the rage, right, Jerry? Yeah, everybody wants to invest in green companies, and I think most people know who Warren Buffett is, the world's best investor.
If they don't, they've been living in a cave.
Yeah. Now, how about we put those two things together, Warren Buffett and green companies? It's not easy because Warren Buffett has a deep investigative nature into these companies.
His requirements are pretty heavy, too.
Yeah, and these green companies are fairly new. So they don't really meet a lot of his requirements. A lot of them don't anyways. We're going to talk about that. That's going to be our talking point this Friday. And as always, we welcome your questions, 888-99-CHART, and we'll open the lines right now. You can get on this instant. Now, Jerry, what happened in the last hour of the day today?
Oh, I think I think in the last 5 minutes, actually.
It was real fast.
Yeah, it was the last 5 minutes.
The market took off.
It was short covering. It was window dressing.
I can see window dressing.
And it was the end of the month to roll the options, into the next month.
Yeah, it was about the last, really, 5-10 minutes where it just shot up.
Yeah, it was the last 5 or 10 minutes.
It kind of
Actually, the last 5 minutes. It wasn't
yeah,
exact. I counted 5 to 6 minutes.
because it kind of bottomed right around noon.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we only have 1 hour left. It started to eke its way up, but then just shot up the last few minutes. So I thought that was very interesting because historically, people, traders have not liked to carry positions through the weekend.
And I think with the pending bankruptcy of General Motors, nobody really knows how that's going to affect the market. I mean, it used to be the expression, as General Motors goes, so goes America. And of course, that's not true right now. But
Now, this morning when I was talking to the boys about GM and the bankruptcy, Jerry, I said, my gut feeling is if they really do file bankruptcy, which I think they're going to do, I said once they do it, that might just take a big weight off the market because they've been agonizing. What are they going to do?
there was a bankruptcy announced last night that was as big as General Motors, I think.
Was it? Who was it?
Reuben H. Donnelly.
Oh, uh-huh.
The Yellow Page producers. I mean, that's in Chicago, where I come from. That's one of the big employers.
Well, that tells you what the internet has done.
Mm-hmm.
Who uses Yellow
Creative
Pages?
destruction is on its way.
That's a perfect example of creative destruction.
It certainly
Everybody,
is.
Creative Destruction is a book we recommend highly. And what it is, it's the propensity in our economy to destroy old companies and create new ones. The new ones always destroy the old ones.
New technologies.
With new technologies.
Right. I mean, if you look at one very plain one is the pay telephones. There aren't any anymore.
Yeah, you ever see one of those?
Not anymore.
How about landline telephones?
The landline telephones are still there, but they are beginning to fade.
They're disappearing fast.
Yeah.
And how about, and new technology, everybody, if you think back over the years, automobile was a new technology at one point.
Even home computers. I can remember when a gigabyte of memory used to take up 2 or 3 rooms, house-sized rooms.
Now you have hundreds of gigabytes.
Hundreds of gigabytes personal computers.
In the cell phone these days. Yeah. And there is not even a hard drive. We're getting rid of a hard drive.
In my iPod, I've got 80 gigabytes of memory in it.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
And with no hard drive.
Right.
No hard drive at all. They're all gone. Remember the hard drives? Remember floppy disks?
Now they're just flash memories.
Creative destruction. What's being created, what's being destroyed. That's very, very important. Now the market.
And you want to buy the destroyer and sell the company's being destroyed.
Yeah, you want to buy the new stuff. Forget about the old stuff. Get rid of that. So the market was up 100 points today, everybody, but most of that was in the last few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Last 5 minutes.
So very unusual kind of, and I'm not so sure we really know the answer, but it could be short covering. People, why? I noticed, Jerry, for the month of May, the market ended up.
Yeah, well, this is
month of May.
That usually was a heck of a move in 5 minutes.
Remember remember the go away May.
Buy in October and go away in May.
Yep. Well, didn't happen this time. You can't make those decisions in a vacuum, everybody. You have to understand the economy behind those kind of moves. The market has a cycle of its own, but it is influenced greatly by what's going on in the economy.
I think one of the best things we do here is to educate. This is how the program was built to start with, is to educate the investor. So folks, listen up. We've got a lot to say.
Yep. And always